Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win or you find a way to lose. I just want to say, congrats to Naoya Inoue for becoming two-time undisputed. Now this is the thing. Inoue can fight, man. Inoue has power. But there's something I saw that Tapales was able to do in this fight that other fighters weren't really able to do against Inoue. As one, Tapales had confidence in himself. He wasn't afraid. And he was landing some good shots on Inoue to the head. But, it wasn't enough to discourage Inoue. However, there were several times in that fight because Tapales, all those Filipinos, man, they all seem to take it after the kind of a Manny Pacquiao cookie cutter style of fighting. Southpaw style, aggressive, right? But he landed several hard shots to Inoue's body, and Inoue retreated. Several times they hit him with those body shots, and Inoue stopped punching. And then Tapales advanced forward, but Inoue had enough in him. Like, there's something you just can't teach, right? He had enough fight in him to still let his hands go. And Tapales had to respect that. But I am telling you, when people say Inoue is invincible, there's no one who can beat him. Hold your horses. Let's not take it to the you-know-what. Inoue right now is on a roll. Now, will he bubble up to another weight division? I don't know what he's going to do. But I think we need to be careful when we start talking about these fighters and just keep going up weight division after weight division after weight division. Now, although Inoue reminds me a lot of Manny Pacquiao with his ferociousness and his output. Look, there's only one Manny Pacquiao, and for the way he conquered 8 different weight divisions, it's kind of hard to see anybody else doing that. And there's a lot of people who have opinions on how Manny Pacquiao was able to get through 8 different weight divisions. Help from referees, which a referee has come out and admitted that, he did have some influence over Pacquiao fights, a fight in particular. And then some people feel that there may have been some foul play on Pacquiao's side. I'm not here to get into that, but what I'm telling you is Pacquiao got through 8 different weight divisions. But for Inoue to be here at 122 pounds and to be the undisputed, I don't think it makes sense for him to try to fight a Hovhannissian, Goodman, anybody. There's no need for him to sit here and look at these guys who are ranked #1 across any sanctioned body at 122. To me, he should drop those belts, okay, and bubble up to 126. Now, 126, things start getting a little interesting because you got Lopez there, you got Wood there. Let me see if I can just show you what I'm talking about, okay? Make this a little bit smaller so you guys can see. So now you see here, you got at 126, you got Wood, Lopez, Vargas, Figueroa is a good fight for him, Espinoza, Ramirez, Lara is a monster, Warrington, Abe, Villa. Now, if Inoue bubble up to 126, he'd probably go straight at an Espinoza, Luis Alberto Lopez for the IBF, Ray Vargas for the WBC. The WBA is vacant. So he'd probably go right at the WBA since it's vacant. And I'm sure they would have any issue with him bubbling up and fighting the #1 ranked Otabek Kolmatov. So there you go. He'll be a two-time undisputed, and then he'll bubble up to his 3rd weight division and he can start putting the work in. The problem is the fact that I saw him get hurt to the body. I saw him get hurt. You start getting with these bigger guys, man, you just wonder just how far Inoue's power can get him. Because a guy like Omar Figueroa, you almost got to shoot him to stop him. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not just gonna get up, not Omar, Brandon Figueroa. You're not just gonna run in the ring with Brandon Figueroa, hit him a couple of times and think he's gonna fold over. That's not how that works. So I think Inoue has to be very, very careful on the opponents he's picking, especially if he goes up to 126. He does have the power. He does have the work rate. He has a great chin. But I'm telling you, someone who can concentrate on that body and get in close enough to blunt the hard right hand and left hook of Inoue, but you have to get in and work. you know, that's the kind of person that's going to cause Inoue problems. I'm telling you, he does not like body shots. No fighter likes body shots, but Inoue, the fights that were giving him problems against Topulis were them damn body shots. Now, you go back and watch the fight and pay attention. Watch when he gets hit with body shots. Watch how his body language changes. Just Topulis wasn't able to sustain the attack the way he needed. That being said, Naoya Inoue, sky's the limit for him. But I do think there are some fighters, you know, the super special ones. They can bubble up 4, 5, 6 weight division. You know what I mean? Pacquiao 8, but 2 to 3, that's pretty fair. The 4 and 5 got to be super special. And I'm not so sure Inoue is so super special he can get to 4 and 5 different weight divisions and become champion. Okay, because Topulis showed me if Topulis can hurt him, these guys at 126 pounds can definitely hurt him. And they got the work rate, and they got the chin, and they got the grit, just like Inoue does. So that being said, I think 126 may be as far as Inoue can go. 122, you did the business, bubble up to 126. Don't try to take it to the stupid and go in there with some of these guys who are just killing people at 126, the Lauras, the Woods. Leave them alone. Pick up that vacant title at the WBA, see how you feel, and then start trying to unify. But that being said, Naoya Inoue, he's just proven that he's outstanding. Still some people talking about him and taking pads and banned substances and steroids and all this other stuff. You know, I don't know nothing about that. I haven't heard anybody talk about it. I haven't heard anyone accuse him of it. There's not enough for me to sit here and talk secret society talk when it comes to Inoue. Okay? And when I talk secret society talk, a lot of it is stemmed from serious allegations and where there's enough evidence to say, you know what, I think we got something here. And then sometimes I'll have fun with the topic. But a guy like Inoue, I just don't think we should be talking secret society talk about him at all. Now, there are some people saying, well, he's fighting in Japan because over there he can get away with murder. He can do what he wants. Well, there are a lot of American fighters fighting in America. So what, all American fighters are getting away with murder because they're in America? But I understand what you're saying. I understand what people are saying when they say that. I don't agree, though. However, I think for Inoue, I think it'll be good for him to come over here and fight in the States a little bit more now. But at the same time, this is the problem. If the money's over there in Japan, why come over here? You see? And fighters who say, you know what, I want to go out there and fight him, they're going to have to accept that. I want to fight him, but, you know, maybe I'm not on the level playing field because I'm over there in Japan fighting him. You know what? You're probably right. The playing field probably is not level. But it's just one of the compromises and sacrifices that a fighter has to make. Now, y'all keep cool. Inoue did great. Absolutely great. But I just think bubbling up to 126, I just think that's where he plateaus. And I don't think he becomes undisputed at 126 because they got guys there who can concentrate on the body. And I'm not so sure Inoue will have the kind of power at 126 to where he can discourage these guys. I just don't think so. I think there'll be competitive fights, and he could win. I just don't think he'll be able to come and just walk through and tranquilize these guys like he did at 122. And that's just being fair, being impartial, you know, and just trying to give credit to Inoue, but also be realistic about his upside. Okay? Now, that being said, y'all keep cool. Shout out to the veterans, 7 continents in the breeze.